don't know if I've told this story, and if I have, it's quite a good story, so I'm going to tell it again. It's about how I came to be called ornamentology. A long time ago, about 6 years now, maybe 7 actually, I worked in health, and myself and a lady who was about 25 years my younger said, I've looked at these steampunk hats and they're not very great. I think we could do a better job. What she actually meant was I could do a better job and she would do the roadieing and the, you know, getting us there in the transport, because even though both of us had a terrible sense of direction, she had a marginally less terrible one than I did. And there's a story that I can add to this in the telling. So this one, in fact, it joins together very well. This one time, we decided where would we go? Well, she was based in Retford at the time, and me in Lincoln. So I tootled over to Retford with all the amassed things that we got that we were going to put on our stall. And we had a 6 foot, you know, a 2 metre, a 6 foot table. That's all we had. That's all we needed. We got various suitcases. We got the Lydia Nixon suitcase aforementioned, and I don't think we had Gloria then. And we'd got a handbag that looked like a chest that was our till, and off we went in ridiculous shoes and hats that didn't fit us very well because we were new and we didn't know what we were doing, to be fair. So anyway, off we trundled, and it was all very wonderful, and we decided we'd go to Burnley in Lancashire. So off we went to Burnley in Lancashire, and we did very well actually. We quickly realised that working from the back of our stall was a big mistake. So we picked up our table, one of us each end, and tootled it back and worked from in front of it. We sold loads of hats. We had a lovely time. Our feet killed us, and we stayed out. We went up and down on the same day because she was young and vital and she could get us there. But on the way back, we got ever so lost. We went up instead of down, and we ended up on the wrong side of the Pennines. We thought we were on our side of the Pennines because we lived on the eastern side, but no, we were on the wrong side of the Pennines. We were nearly in bloody Scotland, to be fair. It was nuts, absolutely nuts. But we did get home and we did get unpacked and we counted our spoils and we felt very pleased with ourselves. And that's how we started. But the name ornamentology, that was a whole different gambit. We decided that we searched about and we looked and we couldn't find a name that adequately covered what we were doing. So we were at her house, I think, and we had a Chinese and a bottle of wine. Nothing is ever not fixed and made better by a Chinese and a bottle of wine in our world. So we had a Chinese bottle of wine and we sat down and I said, right, you know what we need? A list. So we made a list of all the things that we do, what our hat business was about, what the essence of it was. We even got as far as making a mission statement, girls, fancy pants, and we picked bits from it and words. And I said, no, come on, we need to really think about it. What's it about? And she said, it's about decoration. And I went, hat decoration, that makes it sound like Christmas. So we went through all of these ludicrous things, Mad Hatters, and we looked, and nothing really chimed with us. And then I said, what about ornament? How can we fit ornament in it? Hat ornament, hatology, that's interesting. What about ornamentology, the science of ornament? And that was like, we were off then. Our storytelling heads got going and we invented this yarn, because quite a lot of people in the steampunk genre have steampunk names. And she decided that she'd be Dame Octavia Frocktonaut. And so we invented this whole backstory about how I was her companion and travelling companion, and how she was, you know, trotting through time and throughout and round the globe, and it was all very bonkers, and as steampunk stories and yarns are. And so that's how the name ornamentology was born. And of course, nobody else is called that, we thought. And then we went to put our stuff on Pinterest. There was some woman in America making Christmas tree baubles called ornamentology, which was a little irritating. And some band some Highland band in the Outer Hebrides or some such similar place had made a song called Ornament that had the word ornamentology in it. And it was a very haunting song. It was the sort of thing that, it wasn't to our taste in music, should we say. It was very cat strangly is how my business partner at the time called it. But, you know, I'm sure they did very well with it. It was very of their genre. But yeah, so that's how ornamentology is always at the top of Google. Not because we paid thousands of bucks to do that, but because nobody else has called it really, and since I keep flinging stuff on, it just feeds its little fire. So that's how we were called ornamentology, and where we did our first inaugural flight of the ornamentology Phoenix. Anyway, thank you for listening. You know, you can always follow, if you like this nonsense, you can always subscribe to this YouTube nonsense and get the regular updates. I'm doing a flurry of them at the moment. I might do some from my allotment even. The weather's getting better, I might do that just to throw a bit of oil onto troubled water and confuse you completely. If you've got any requests of things you'd like me to talk about, then put them in the comments below and I'll get round to them. It'll obviously be done in a quirky way because heaven forbid we do anything in a normal way here. So yeah, let me know what you like, what you want me to talk about, if you want any info about anything, whatever, and we'll get going with that. I hope you found this ramble interesting, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves, everybody, and thanks for your time. Bye now.